Hello. My name is Samantha. Thank you for watching my channel, The Legal Beagle. I want to thank you guys. And I just have so much to tell you. I really do. I don't know where to begin. So I'm going to start where I normally start. I thank you guys for watching my channel. I thank you guys for all the donations. I thank you for the input. I want to tell you some things that's getting ready to happen now, going into the month of March. And if you know anybody that's of this, please let me know. Right now, uh, we're into the month of March. Spring is next week. It's hard to believe that, it's March. It's March. I said, oh my goodness, it's March. Right now, I'm still with the credit acceptance. I am still doing my battle with them. I'm waiting on my appellate procedure to be addressed. As far as Equifax, credit acceptance is off my credit. That's a positive thing as part of the litigation with Equifax. Yes, I do have a case with Equifax, but due to the litigation part of Equifax, they removed part of that off my credit. So they suppressed it where even if Equifax were to, excuse me, if credit acceptance were to try to come on my credit, they will red flag it and remove it. So that's a positive thing. Uh, and so hard work does pay off. I know I keep getting so many people that need my assistance. They keep telling me, I need your help. I need your help. I need your help. Once again, I'm going to say it that getting credit acceptance off is not constantly calling them, arguing with them, fussing with them, trying to get there. They are used to that. That's their game plan. They are used to it. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to start documenting. You're going to have to start, even if you hire somebody, wherever you go, if you're going to pay and you need to document. Those are the two things I keep expressing to people, how important it is that they're going to have to pay somebody. They're going to have to document. Credit acceptance is not, even when they're wrong, they're not going to admit something. Even if they go up against something, they're not going to admit that they did wrong. That's why it's always good to keep your receipts, keep all transactions, keep all correspondence. Don't call them. If you call them, document who you spoke to. Write down everything. Stop calling them, start sending them letters. That's the only way that you will have sufficient proof when you're going up against credit acceptance, okay? So with that being said, I want to tell you guys how important this book is to me. I met this gentleman when I first started on Facebook. He was, I at that time, I was I had just got out of a divorce. Yeah, I've been through some drama. I had just got out of divorce. My credit was kind of messed up, and that's how I ended up with credit acceptance. I thought it was real bad, but it was it wasn't bad where I couldn't have went to a dealership, but I thought it was bad that I went to a mom and pop, and that's how my saga began. So now that credit acceptance is off my credit, I want to understand a lot more than just credit, just able to buy things, how important credit is. So recently, Ali, that's his name, Ali Leonard. If you go on his Facebook page, it's Financial Unlimited. That's what his company name is. And he not only helped me get things off my credit, but he was explaining to me the difference between business credit, which is Dun and Bradstreet. I do have a credit. My business have a credit, and then I have a credit, and how I set that up and how I do things to build, just like I would build my personal credit up, I build my business credit up. So this month, and yes, I am promoting it because I know, and he didn't pay me, but I am promoting. I do promote things that help people. He came out with an awesome book, and I'm gonna start reading it. And uh This book, just him, I read snippets of his book, and just reading it, I was able to understand a lot of things about my credit, how my credit defines me, how people think, well, my credit is bad. Maybe it's ways that you can fix credit. And the reason why I'm promoting this book because a lot of us, um, we go into this and we think, when I was young, I didn't think, as long as I had cash, I was okay. My credit was still, it was okay, but as long as I had cash, I was okay. But now it's getting to be where credit is affecting your job, where you work. I'm able to work at banks because I had to really, really work on my credit. And you say, well, why? Because they want to know if you're going to steal or not. I've had to really work on my credit where now my insurance rates are low. Auto and health, life. Little things like that we normally don't take for granted, that we take for granted. We say, well, I have a lot of people that say, well, my credit bad. It's been bad since I was 17. Well, you 40 now. Things may have changed. A lot of people don't check their credit or don't fix their credit because they know that 5 years or now, 10 years ago, they messed their credit up. So this book, I'm excited. I think the man gonna read it too, because I'm gonna make him read it, because right now you need it. You need it. Now credit is gonna be the dominant thing. And if you're not on top, it's hard. It's even hard for you to get a decent job. You want to be able to get the $15 jobs and the $20 jobs, you got to fix your credit. Got to. You want to be able to get a government job or a state, you got to fix your credit. You got to. Because some jobs are going to have it where even in politics, it's some people that have to be licensed and bonded. And I knew a guy, he was appointed to the city of Memphis top position. He was the next in line, and he couldn't get licensed and bonded, and he had to go to another country to do it. So that's how important credit is. I hear a lot of people say, well, if I can get credit, except I'm trying to get a house. Majority of people that call me, they're trying to get a house, but they trying to get a house now. They didn't check their credit before they went to get a house. They went and started on a house. They had credit acceptance. They thought it was going to be off their credit. Now, I'm just being honest with you now. They thought credit acceptance was going to be just miraculously go off their credit. They felt like, well, it's been a long time. They probably got a decent job now. And now they want to buy a house. And then this ugly bug set in. And then now they want to get a house within 6 or 7 months. They got this ugly thing on there. And yes, underwriters do look at things like that. They do. And the only option that you have is to either pay that bill, or you got to find a way to figure out how to get it off your credit. I helped one of my YouTubers she contacted me. She was trying to get a house. She said, Miss Samantha, I'm trying to get a house by March. And when she called me and she did exactly what we talked about and everything, and I worked it. She closed on her house May 16th. So for those of you who call me and feel like I'm that maybe what I'm asking for is too much, what if I'm, or maybe I'm a joke or whatever, but those who do trust in me, I have not disappointed them yet. I haven't disappointed myself. But you got to know what you're dealing with. You can't expect these creditors are coming up with lavish things like their collections and all of this. They're coming up with these things to get this money. And if you don't understand what you're dealing with, You can't go to a game, a chess game, with the mindset of playing checkers. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. And when you're dealing with people like credit acceptance, that's what you are dealing with. That's exactly what you're dealing with. You're dealing with somebody who coming to the game. They already know they're going to litigate. They're not going to give you anything. And if you don't fight for it, you ain't going to get it. See, right now, like I said, I get emails every day. Every day. This book right here can help you. Why am I promoting it? Because he helped me. He helped me. It's some creditors, you can be able to write a letter, do what you got to do, get them off. And then there's some that's going to fight you to the teeth, even when they know they wrong. Because they already doing it in the wrong way. And if you don't know how to do it, you're going to get caught up in it. You're going to get caught up in it. I'm going to be honest, I don't like wasting nobody's time when I have to tell them the truth. Because it you know what? It doesn't pay when you have to sit here and you tell them a lie, and then you asking for money and everything. Yeah, I have to, because when I was trying to do it to help the fight for credit acceptance, didn't nobody want to pay that. They didn't want to pay the zero or the donation. They wanted me to do all this work for free. And I can tell you right now, it's a time consuming. It is because I have to call you all the time. I have to make sure everything is right. I have to make sure that what court you going in to keep your case afloat. We have to brainstorm. We have to figure out. We have to see we have to compile the evidence. That stuff is not like, it's going to go away overnight. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. And then it's some things that people do that I would say don't, not advice. Don't do that. And they're going, well, I just wanted to know. No, no. They're not going to give you, and if you calling them asking for a payment history and all of that, especially if they know they did wrong, they're not going to give it to you. And you're going to be on the phone all day, stressed out, whatever it is, trying to help them. But back to that, it took me a while. I'm not saying a long time. It took me a while because you know what? I was trying to be patient and do it in the right way. But then when I started doing it the other way, I got them off. And they off for good. Like I said, but you have to, even when you get them off, you got to know how to deal with your credit. A lot of people feel like when they start getting these, you're going to get pre-approved credit cards. And some they ask for security deposits, some don't. But when you start getting those credit cards that say you don't need no deposit, just because they emailing you and they telling you, don't mean you need to go get it. See, because Experian and TransUnion handle credit cards. Equifax handles auto loans, auto loans, home loans, those type of loans. So you want to make sure your debt ratio is low. You want to know, how would you know that? This book right here. This book. Now I'm going to leave the link. I'm going to leave his Facebook and I'm going to leave the link because you need to know how to get this book. Because getting a house, like I said, I've been knowing people long. I know people that got a house 2 years later, they filed in bankruptcy. Why? Because when they got the house, the credit cards came, the pre-approved, all they had to do was sign for it. Didn't have to submit anything. Furniture bills, stuff like that. You're supposed to at least stay in the house 6-7 months before you go get something. What's wrong with used furniture? In fact, me and the man, that's what we got. We just brought our furniture in. And then I just literally started incorporating it. I started incorporating stuff, giving stuff, doing stuff. That's what I did. I just didn't go and buy furniture because I knew that, somebody got to pay the bills. We bought something that was necessary and they gave us 2 years interest free. That was a washer and a dryer. And why? Because the old one was dying on us. But it's certain things that you just don't go and do. But when you do it, you got to keep in mind those $20, $30 payments, along with a house note, a car note, insurance, adds up. So with that being said, I'm going to leave the link for this. And like I said, I encourage you guys, I have what they call a legal starter kit. That would be helpful. If you don't know what to do, because it's the main thing that we try to do is that we try to call. I call. I'm not going to lie, I call. And then when I hear where it's going, I don't call anymore. I start writing. I do paper trails. Because I don't know where it's going to end up. But wherever it is going to end up, I'm going to have proof. So the best thing that I could tell you guys is to, if you don't if you don't know what you're really doing, or if you think you're not fully educated, don't do it. I have a lot of people that call me and tell me that, oh, I've been doing my legal research and all of that. Yeah, that's good, but where you starting at? You could be looking at one area of the law, but your biggest asset could be in a whole totally different thing. It could be into one thing or another, but you don't know that because you looking at, and this is what is common. When bill collectors are trying to get money, they don't look at certain things. They look at payments. And if you get caught up in that, well, I paid them. I was late paying them and all of that. I don't look at stuff like that. I look at one thing. That's all I look at. And then I go from there. That's one thing that I look at. And then I go from there. But a normal average person is going to go with payment history. He taught me some of that. Collections. I used to say, well, let me get ready to pay this collector. No, don't pay him. They tell you about no paying. And it's a reason behind they tell you don't pay it. But if you don't know, you'll fall into it. So like I said, I'm going to leave the link to this book. I want to thank you guys for donating again. I want to thank you. If you have any questions or comment, please submit them in this email. I do monitor, for those of you who send that naked stuff, I do monitor my emails. I do monitor my YouTube channel. And I want to thank you. So thank you guys. And happy spring. And hopefully spring will be better than 2020. Okay? Thanks.